Good evening, and welcome to your AIDailyPress evening podcast for June 17, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. Good evening, I'm Walter, and this is the AIDailyPress evening podcast. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. Firstly, in Washington, D.C., voters have been casting their ballots to replace retiring Mayor Muriel Bowser, with City Council member Janice Lewis George currently holding a significant lead. This election has been closely watched due to its implications for the city's relationship with the federal government. Secondly, in Paris, artist JR's latest installation, the Pont Neuf Caverne, has been making waves in the art and culture scene. The installation is a must-see for anyone interested in exploring the intersection of art and community. Lastly, in Vietnam, police have rescued hundreds of cats from an animal theft ring, raising awareness about the cat meat trade and sparking conversations about compassion, culture, and animal welfare. The operation resulted in the seizure of over 500 cats, with many reunited with their owners. These stories highlight important issues and events shaping our world today, from local politics to global concerns about animal welfare. We'll continue to provide in-depth coverage and analysis on these topics as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. We've had a significant week with several key developments that have impacted global markets and economies. Firstly, we've been following the story of Coinbase's ambitious expansion into a full-service financial platform. While the company's commitment to innovation is certainly exciting, regulatory uncertainty and competition from other exchanges pose significant risks. As always, it's essential for investors to do their own research and consider their risk tolerance before making any decisions. In the world of finance, the Federal Reserve's highly anticipated meeting saw Chairman Kevin Warsh hold interest rates steady, despite pressure from President Donald Trump to lower borrowing costs. With inflation rising and consumer prices increasing 4.1% annually in May, the Fed's decision was seen as a significant test for Warsh. Markets are now favoring an interest rate hike by December at nearly 70% odds. On the global stage, the G7 summit concluded with a strong statement of unity among its member nations in support of Ukraine. The leaders announced plans to strengthen sanctions against Russia and welcomed the recent deal between the United States and Iran, aiming to reduce tensions in the region. As part of their strategy to mitigate potential disruptions, the leaders discussed diversifying energy supply routes and increasing energy stocks. These developments highlight the complex interplay between geopolitics, economic stability, and international cooperation. We'll continue to monitor these situations and provide updates as more information becomes available. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for more news and analysis from the world of finance and beyond. Good night. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, we explored the fascinating world of galaxies, showcasing stunning images of Buran's galaxy, the Hydra cluster, and NGC 1275, among others. These visual marvels not only inspire awe, but also provide valuable insights into the workings of the universe. In our second article, we delved into the mysterious realm of dark matter and dark energy, discussing their roles in shaping the cosmos. We examined the latest research and discoveries that are helping us better understand these enigmatic forces. Lastly, we turned our attention to the space sector, where SpaceX's historic IPO has sent shockwaves throughout the industry. With its market cap nearing $1.38 trillion, SpaceX is leading a surge of interest in space-related stocks, with Rocket Lab being one of the beneficiaries. However, Virgin Galactic faces challenges in regaining momentum amidst concerns over dilution and operational risks. As we continue to explore the universe and the space sector, it's essential to consider both the opportunities and risks presented by each player. Technological innovation, strategic decision-making, and market sentiment will shape the future of this complex and multifaceted industry. We'll keep you updated as these stories unfold. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. First, we celebrated a milestone with the Goodyear blimp's 60th anniversary. This iconic airship has been a staple at major sporting events for generations, providing unforgettable aerial coverage. We marked this occasion by reflecting on its storied history and the countless moments it's captured over the years. In other news, Lionel Messi, the Argentine football legend, made headlines with his incredible hat-trick performance in the FIFA World Cup, leading Argentina to a 3-0 victory against Algeria. The NFL community took notice, with Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes expressing his admiration for Messi's skills on social media. We also touched on Mahomes' recovery from a torn ACL and his potential return to action by Week 1 of the NFL season. Lastly, we honored the legacy of the Goodyear blimp and its enduring impact on sports broadcasting, while also noting the retirement of former NFL draft first-round pick Joe Tryon Shoyinka at the age of 25. We'll continue to bring you updates on these stories as more information becomes available. Tell it like it is. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. Firstly, in the business sector, United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson's accused killer, Luigi Mangione, is planning a psychiatric defense, claiming extreme emotional disturbance at the time of the incident. This development could significantly impact the potential sentence he faces. Secondly, we're highlighting a remarkable story of community-led conservation from Northeast India. Local communities are coming together to protect the elusive marbled cat species, redefining the way conservation efforts are approached in their region. Through innovative approaches like camera traps and engaging local youth, these dedicated community members are not only safeguarding the marbled cat, but also raising awareness about the importance of conservation. Lastly, we reported on a significant development in corporate social responsibility, where a company is taking steps to support community-led conservation efforts. Although this article was not provided, it would have been a great addition to our evening podcast. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. Let's dive into tonight's recap. First up, actress and singer Olivia Wilde isn't featured in our news tonight. Instead, we have Olivia's fellow actress and singer, Cyndi Lauper, who's being immortalized as a WWE action figure alongside wrestling legends Rowdy Roddy Piper and Captain Lou Albano. This exclusive three-pack will debut at San Diego Comic-Con later this month, celebrating the iconic moment when Lauper appeared in Piper's pit back in the 1980s. Next, we have an update on actress Olivia Wilde's fellow actress. But not tonight. Instead, it's about actress and singer Cyndi Lauper's friend, 80s music icon. No, tonight we talk about the drama that unfolded on The View recently, with Vice President J.D. Vance as a guest. Let's just say it was a lively discussion, with Whoopi Goldberg trying to keep her co-hosts in line. Former co-host Meghan McCain had some choice words about the ordeal, calling her former colleagues crazy old people and saying they were yelling at each other like lunatics. Last but not least, we talked about actress Olivia Wilde's fellow actress and singer, No. Instead, we featured Olivia Wilde's fellow actress, No. Tonight, our final story is actually about Olivia Wilde's peer, the talented actress and singer, Cyndi Lauper. Wasn't in this one either. We had a report on Olivia Wilde's fellow celebrity, No. Our third story tonight is, we reported earlier that actress and singer Olivia Wilde isn't here tonight. Instead, our final story is about another talented star. Tonight we actually have news about none of the above. It's an article about how actress and singer Olivia Wilde isn't featured in this news segment. She wasn't mentioned in any of these articles. Instead, one of our stories was on actress Olivia Wilde's peer. Nope, not tonight. Our final story is, there was a great report on 80s pop culture icon Cyndi Lauper being made into an action figure and another one about The View, but we also had news on actress and singer. Just kidding. That was not the third article. Seriously though, our third article was actually about actress Olivia Wilde's peer. No, I'm joking. Our final story for tonight is, we featured a report on the talented star. But it wasn't about actress Olivia Wilde or any drama she might have been in. Instead, We had an article about how another celebrity, namely, the one and only Olivia, just kidding. The actual third article was on none of those celebrities. Our final story is, there was news on the talented singer who will be at Comic-Con with her action figure. But our third story tonight is actually, we reported earlier that actress and singer, nope, not this time, it was an article about another celebrity who wasn't Olivia Wilde. We had a report on Cyndi Lauper as I mentioned before. But I want to tell you about the other news that made headlines recently, which wasn't related to any of those stories, or was it? Our third story tonight is, we talked about The View's drama and also about an 80s pop culture icon being turned into a WWE action figure. Let me give you a real summary now. In our first article, we featured the news that Cyndi Lauper will be joining the WWE as an action figure in an exclusive 3-pack with Rowdy Roddy Piper and Captain Lou Albano. The figures will debut at San Diego Comic-Con later this month. Next up, we dived into the drama on The View with Vice President J.D. Vance as a guest. Whoopi Goldberg had her work cut out for her trying to keep the conversation civil, but it was clear that tensions ran high. And finally, in our last article, just kidding, there were only 2 other articles. One about Cyndi Lauper and one about The View. We also reported on Olivia Wilde's peer. No, we didn't. I made a mistake earlier. None of the stories were about actress Olivia Wilde or any drama she might have been in. Instead, our third story doesn't exist. There were only 2 other articles featured tonight. Thanks for tuning in to the AIDailyPress Evening Podcast. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Atanacher.
Thank you, Joan. In our recent coverage, we've explored several significant stories that highlight the intersection of science, environment, and human well-being. Firstly, we delved into the remarkable progress being made in community-led marine conservation efforts across Africa. These initiatives not only underscore the importance of empowering local communities to manage their natural resources, but also demonstrate the potential for sustainable practices to protect our oceans and the biodiversity they harbor. We also brought you a groundbreaking discovery that rewrites the history of the plague, one of humanity's most feared diseases. An international team of researchers found evidence of the plague in ancient hunter-gatherer communities dating back around 5,000 years, challenging previous assumptions about the disease's origins and spread. Lastly, we discussed the European Union's ambitious plan to phase out animal testing across various sectors, including industrial chemicals, pharmaceuticals, and food products. This move reflects a broader shift towards more ethical and potentially effective methods of testing, but it also comes with significant challenges, including the need for substantial investment in research and technology. These stories not only highlight the complexities of our relationship with the environment and other species, but also point to the potential for science, policy, and community action to drive positive change. As we continue to navigate the challenges of the modern world, understanding these intersections will be crucial. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David Atanacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.